guys, and my name is Melissa Snow, and that's with one S, not two. I am here because I want to talk about the paranormal. I just don't talk about the paranormal. I talk about hiking. I talk about my hometown. I talk about stories, urban legends, music. I talk about pets, anything and everything. I do my podcast in the beginning of this. Sometimes I just do the podcast, and then I do the podcast in the beginning, and then I show where I'm at and what I'm doing, and let's join my journey on this. And the reason why I am in the paranormal now is when I was younger, I really was into it. And then as I got older and I was going through a lot of stuff, I decided that I wanted to block it out. But this whole time I've been seeing ghost light orbs all the time. I do not know how to describe this. With my ghost light orbs, I could just be sitting and watching something and I see a flash above or beside or below or in front of me, or little zigzaggy things. Some ghost just came in and it's hello, I'm here. Can you pay attention to me? And a lot of people have asked me, how come you don't brace yourself into this? It's because it scares the crap out of me, okay? I don't want to do something that scares me, but I am in a better mindset and in a better spot in my life, so it's calling me back. The spiritual world is calling me back. It's calling me in, it's calling me back, it's coming forward, and I need to embrace it. I want to know more. I want to ghost hunt. I want to just get into people's stories. I just want to learn. I just want to learn the ghosts and the history, and I've had a couple deaths in my life, and I am more sensitive to things when it comes to that. So I just want everyone to join me on my journey, and I hope you guys like it. And if you want me to do anything and suggest anything, go ahead. It doesn't have to be paranormal. It doesn't have to be ghostly stuff or talking to the dead. I go out on hikes and I talk about rummage sales and yard sales, and I go there and I take pictures of the cool stuff that I find, and I do videos of the cool things I find. I just find everything so fascinating. I just love life. I love life. I love how we're all in this world and there's more out there to discover, and I thought I did everything. I've been to Canada, out of the country, been all over the United States, somewhat, not everywhere, but I have traveled, that's what I mean. And then, yeah. And I've had friends that are into the paranormal. Just for some reason, it's just been around a lot. And it's calling me. It's saying, Melissa, come back to the paranormal and your spiritual side and your world. It's saying our ghost lights are going to keep on coming, and pay attention to it. I thought that Betsy was gonna come haunt me in my dreams when I went to the antique shop. I'm just kidding. She's not going to. She's gonna stay there. I respect the ghosts, the dead, everything. I don't think it's funny to mock them. I think that we were all human beings. We died. We're still human beings. We're just in the spiritual realm, and we're in a different dimension. And we can use portals like mirrors and all that kind of stuff in our other lives. I have talked about near-death in your life experiences with that. I have talked about urban legends. I have talked about just scary, spooky, true stories. Everything that I'm talking about is true. I don't want to talk about things that are not real, like no, like a made up book or anything, unless it's an author and why they did it, because it's not my thing. I don't need to go into the fake world and look at fake stuff and wonder why they made this and is it real? Like Slender Man is not real and everybody thinks he is, and it was made up by some guy, you know? So I want to thank everyone that has subscribed to me and liked everything and shared, and my friend Alicia for joining me. And I'm going to have some other friends. I just talked to someone that is going to go to coffee with me, and we're going to collab and do an overnight maybe. I don't know. I just it's probably going to end up being all paranormal. So we'll see what happens. And yeah, so this is my journey, and I was going to talk about a little bit about Washington State, where I live. So we have some bars here. We are big on sports, and we just started a soccer team, and we are home of the Gonzaga University. Go Zags go! All right. And then we have a baseball team in Spokane, and we have a hockey team in Spokane, and we have a professional soccer team in Spokane now. They just made a new stadium here, and it's downtown. And we have hatchet throwing, and when we get new stuff, it's so exciting because we're growing as a city, and there's a lot happening here. Everyone likes to laugh about the north-south freeway and how it's never gonna stop being halfway done, which they're working on every day because I could see it outside my house. So, yeah, and they're working on the roads now, and we have a lot of potholes here, and that's a big running joke in Spokane. And I live right next to the river. I see eagles every day and deer, and I see so much wildlife. So if you see me post anything on wildlife, that would be great. It's not just going to be paranormal. We're going to a theme park soon, and we're going to go, this theme park is called Silverwood, and it is in Hayden, Idaho. It does cost a lot to get in, but we have some tickets that we got for free. And sometimes you can win tickets. Anyway, during the summer, it's normal. It's a water park, and it's a theme park, and then you can go play games and just walk around. It's 450 acres, I think they said. And you can ride a train there and go see the buffalo and everything, and they just put a new attraction on. But after the 22nd, you guys, after the 22nd, and then it starts getting into Halloween and spooky season, it becomes Scarywood. And Scarywood, the people do themes there. They dress as zombies and scare you. They have haunted houses. They go backwards on all the rides instead of forwards. I've done this. And everywhere you go, there's zombies. And it's a whole Halloween attraction for a whole month. And I have gone. It is pretty cold out when you go, and wet. Sometimes it's rainy. So October is kind of our wet, rainy season a little bit. It starts getting cold, and it frost, and right now we're still into the 100 degrees, which is weird for us because normally it's like fall weather here, but I feel like our weather is going to keep going for a little bit longer because it was fall yesterday and it's summer today, and then last time it was winter and then it's summer again because our weather here is bipolar. I'm not even joking, and I'm sorry that I used that word, but I did. But anyway, so it turned into a big theme. I was trying to tell one of these big creators about it, and they were just ignoring me. So I decided to talk to someone else about it, and they were like, oh, that's cool. And they went and checked it out, and they thought it was cool. So it becomes Scarywood. So we have another place here in Spokane, Washington, in Green Bluff. The whole entire farm country up there becomes a festival. First it is Harvest Fest. Then they go into another thing after that, and then it goes into Oktoberfest. So Oktoberfest is kind of big up there, and it's been growing. We've been going since we were kids. And so, yeah, so we have that. And when it snows, it's not really like, there's a bunch of mountains here. There's a Mount Spokane. There is Kellogg. You got to go outside of Spokane unless you're going in Spokane, and that's Mount Spokane, and we call it that. And there's a bunch of hiking up there, and you can go on the top, and there is a place where there is a warming cabin in a couple of places up there, and you can go in and start fires and just eat some food and then put your fire out and then leave and then go skiing and just hike. People do a lot of hiking here. What is that? Every time I start this, I hear that weird noise. Sorry, please forgive me. But yeah, we have a lot of hiking trails. We have a lot of bars. We have some nightlife. I used to go out, but I don't anymore. After COVID, everything just like changed when you did that. And so, for me, it did. And we have a park called Riverfront Park. It has a carousel. I used to work there. I used to work in the restaurant down there. They have a carousel. They have a gondola. They put a new types of parks in there. And they have vendors come, and they do all these little things in the community, and there's a Chinese lighting show during the winter. They have in the winter time they have a tree lighting, and then people go downtown for New Year's Eve and all that stuff like normal. And then they do fireworks, and they all summer long they do fireworks over in the Vista Stadium, and that's where the baseball team, and they're called the Spokane Indians. And I lived here my whole entire life, and I love it here, and I'm not sure if I will ever move, but I probably will. I was thinking about it at one point in my life, but yeah, so you can go river rafting here. We just went to the Bull and Pitcher, and I took videos, but it came out all grainy because it wasn't like the best quality picture on this phone that I have. And then I got a new phone, so that's better. And I have cameras that I do these things with, and like all the paranormal people, like they carry these cameras. I have all that stuff. So yeah, and watch out for a lot more videos that I'm doing. I'm going to be ghost hunting. I'm going to be going to a theme park. I'm going to go to the water. I'm going to go to the beaches. And there's a few other places over here that we can do. There's axe throwing. I've never done that. We have a place called Wonderland. We have a place called Cattails where they have tigers. And we used to have a zoo here called Walking a Wild Zoo, but it's no longer here anymore. They shut it down a long time ago, and I used to spend the night there every night. I used to spend the night there every night in the summertime because they had this like camp thing that you did, and you brought your own tent and you spent the night and you watched the stars and everything. So yeah, and trying to think what else do we have here. Oh yeah, we have Bloomsday. We have the biggest running marathon. I wouldn't say marathon, but they do have people compete in the beginning of the race, and then after that they have wheelchair races. They have like all the people that are doing races for different countries, and then after that they set a gun off and then they fire it, and everyone, like millions and millions and millions of people, just go out and walk. I have walked Bloomsday. It's so hard. It's 7 miles. When you're out of shape, it's hard. So tons of people come all around United States to come to Bloomsday. Oh yes, and we have Hoop Fest. This is the biggest basketball tournament in Spokane, Washington. We have Hoop Fest, and we have a bunch of stuff. We just got a new soccer team called Velocity, I think they said it was. And we have the YMCA here, and we have we can go out north and go swimming at a place out north at Pine River Park. You can go to Boulder Beach here on Spokane River, and the Spokane River, you can go. There's some places where you're not allowed to go down into the river, but they want everyone to river raft. You can tube out here, and we have a couple of theaters. We have our mall, but our mall kind of became a ghost town. After COVID, during COVID and after COVID, a lot of things shut down, and they're really struggling to get back up, but California bought it out, and I think they're going to bring some new stuff. We just got a Wiener Schnitzel. I think that's how you say it, way out north. We got a Chick-fil-A way out north. We're bringing in new restaurants and new bars and different types of things in Spokane that we've not seen before. And what they need to do is bring in people for vegetarians. They need to bring in a restaurant where it sells non-animal products, because we don't have that, and it's a good idea. We have gluten-free places to go to. I have a lot of allergies, so I go to a natural grocery store or the Co-op downtown. The main market, what it's called, and then we have a Rosars that has a huckleberries in it, and yeah, there's a lot of vegans, vegetarian stuff here, and we have a couple of restaurants that do gluten-free. And sorry, I'm all over the place with this. I'm just trying to remember everything that we have here. And you can go travel anywhere around here and hike. We are surrounded by mountains. We are surrounded by a ton of lakes. If you go up onto Mount Spokane and you look through those little glass things, like those binocular glass things, you know what I'm talking about. So you go like this, and you can see every lake there. You can even see into, I think they said, into the Canada and into Idaho. And the mountains over here, and it is beautiful. You guys, it is so beautiful here. I am not joking. We have such beautiful scenery. We have fishing, hunting, and anything you could think of, like nature. Nature is all over the place over here. Everywhere you look, there's a mountain, you know. And I'm trying to find all the haunted places in Spokane. We have a couple of graveyards. So Greenwood is where I've gone a couple of times. And I want to go at night, but they're not open, so maybe I can talk to the shop owner. I mean, not the shop owner, but the people at that place. Hey, if you're listening to me, let's do it. I just realized that I'm on YouTube and I am reaching out to everyone and people are watching me and it's just tripping me out. And I've had people message me and be like, good job, good work. I love you. I don't know who you are, but I love you and thank you. And I went and watched your guys' pages that whoever follows me, I'll subscribe back and like and all that stuff. I'm hesitant to be on TikTok. I'm not a little sure how to do TikTok. I just started my YouTube, so if everything's a little choppy, forgive me. The more and more I go, the better I get, and I I can see that a little bit, but I am just overwhelmed, even though that I have whatever subscribers that I have, because one day I was just like, I want to do something different. Let's start a podcast. Let's go interview people. Let's talk about life. Let's talk about ghosts. Let's talk about winter, spring, summer, fall. Let's talk about anything and everything. And let's go out hiking. Let's go to shops that are haunted. Let's go to the graveyards. Let's go have coffee. And let's just talk. Because why not? You know? I'm here. I'm ready. I've always wanted to do something like this. I do some drawings, so watch out for my drawings. I'm going to show you guys a couple of them. And I do play the guitar. I have some guitars, but I'm not singing or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to do that right now. But, yeah, I'm really into music. I'm really into the paranormal, the ghosts. I really like going out and hiking and going swimming and doing what everybody does, you know? And my friend is going to join me. A couple of my friends will join me in doing this. And, yeah, and I'm really excited. I'm just like so overwhelmed because I'm trying to get back out there and I'm trying to do everything and I'm having fun. I'm just having fun, and that is what it's all about. I'm loving everything. I'm having fun. I'm trying to do positive. Don't bring the negative to me, all right? Let's stay in your corner on the other side of the room. Stay away from me negativity. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I have been through some stuff. Like I said, I had a parent die and he passed away, and it was my dad. And then I had a friend die and she passed away, and that's kind of a story that I'm not gonna share because it's personal. And I had a cat pass away right after that when I needed things the most. That cat was there for me, and I talk about it in my other podcasts. And yeah, so it's not gonna just be me talking to you guys. I'm gonna have people next to me. I've already had that. I'm gonna be going places. If anyone wants to collab, let's do it. I'm here. I want to know what you're doing, even if you're not paranormal investigating. Like, message me. You know? So, yeah. So that is some of the things about Spokane and myself. And I want to, I just found out some cool things about downtown, that there's 11 miles of tunnels underneath Spokane, Washington. And I just learned this. I just learned that over in an area downtown, there is a railroad crossing down there, and a couple people have passed away, and it's haunted there, and no one likes to stay underneath that bridge. And there is a place called the Davenport Hotel. I'm going to tell you guys the story, and then I'll probably end up going there. So the story for that is a mom and her sister and her daughter came over to Spokane into the Davenport Hotel, got a place up on the 10th room, up on the 10th floor. The daughter stayed in the room. The mom and the sister went down to the restaurant to get something to eat while she got ready. And then when she came out, no one knows what really happened. She was on the 10th floor. She ended up crashing all the way down to the 10th floor into the glass right next to them while they were sitting on the table. So they saw everything. And that is super, super scary. I cannot believe that happened. I'm sure there's more to the story. That's what I heard. So don't quote me on that. And I will be going there, and I will be asking about it. And I will be taking you to the parks around Spokane. I'll be taking you to hiking trails around Spokane. I'll take you to swimming spots around Spokane. And I live somewhere in Spokane. So, not really. Like, I live on the edge of Spokane, kind of. But anyway, that is some of the things that I'm going to be doing. You guys, if you hear my cat in the background, they will always be here. Her name is Gypsy, and she's screaming her head off right now because I'm in here doing my podcast, and she is crying for me to go out to the living room because she thinks I'm done out there, and she doesn't like the dark and all that stuff, and it's not dark out there. And I have another cat. His name is Jasper, and he doesn't care about anything. But if you see those two, they'll be coming up here. And I have an older cat, and she doesn't care about anything because she's old, and she just turned 13 this month. Happy birthday to my cat Francine. And so there's Gypsy, Jasper, and Francine. So you guys see them or hear them in the background, please forgive me. I can't stop them from doing anything. Yeah, so that's a little bit of everything. I'll be talking about clothes. I'll be talking about movies. I'll be talking about the paranormal. I'll be talking about a bunch of different types of shops around Spokane and some good restaurants. Wait. I know there's not a new place, but it's new to us. We are so infatuated with the Burrito House here in Spokane, Washington. Me and my friend go there on paydays, and we will go get some tacos and some taco salads and a couple of drinks like pop. I don't drink alcohol, so we just get like pop and all that kind of stuff. And so the Burrito House is a good place to go. We have Triple Play here in Coeur d'Alene in Idaho. We have a casino on the indigenous land out here. And I'll be going into some thrift shops and showing you guys what I find. And I mostly love going to thrift shops because you can find a bargain there. My whole thing is a dollar store. I love a dollar store. If I could own a dollar store, I would totally do it. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to be vlogging and going to graveyards. And there's a couple of graveyards that I've picked out that we're going to go to, and we can go at night. And yeah, so I talked to one of my friends, and she used to be an old coworker with me, and we can collab. I'm totally down for it. And that is everything. I'm going to be talking about urban legends, spooky stories, real true life stories, maybe some crime stories, anything that you can think of. Like, if I wanted to talk about this piece of paper, I'm going to talk about the piece of paper. I'm just kidding. So, If I want to talk about this piece of hair, I'm going to talk about this piece of hair. I'm just kidding. I'm not really going to do that. I'm just being a goofball. So anyway, yeah, so I want everyone to join me, and I want everyone to have fun. I want everyone to have a good day, a good night, a good rest of your week, and a good rest of your month. I hope everyone stays safe. So that's everything. Peace out, everyone. Bye.